You've come back. I'll extend my invitation once more. Will you join us in our debates? I despair that the Lycaos... Would you be opposed to joining us for a dialogue or two? It would... Wonderful! With the hard times about us, I worry that our long-kept traditions will eventually be lost as the school's influence wanes. Your involvement is sure to spark interest in the Lycaos once again. Now, let us begin. In your first debate, you face Thace, one of my most promising students. Study hard, Beckon. Oh.
Greetings, Beckon. I take it that Onisimos wishes me to go through with this debate? Very well. You are? Then, I will begin. I mean, here is the topic of discussion. A torrential storm sweeps a youngling and a full-grown colossi into the flow of a river. A big one. A river, I mean. Now, there is only time to save one. Which should one choose to save? Oh, what? I mean, interesting. Why risk one's own life to spare them when both the child and the adult have proven their weakness? An option I had not considered. Very well. Let us begin the debate. Let us prepare. Please, go easy on me. Very well. Here is my rebuttal. Here is my process.
You smashed him senseless, Beckon. It was a scholarly debate, Beckon. Did you expect something else? And what a fierce riposte you had lying in wait for him. You performed magnificently. Let me know when you are ready for another. You seem quite skilled for one so small. Speak to Sisters. He is eager to debate with you. My students have told me that Sisters wishes to challenge you. Speak to him. He will be glad to test his might against yours. Study hard.
Is it my turn to challenge you, Beckon? I am eager to test you, and myself. I am glad. Tell me, what is the most effective display of strength in the following scenario? On a trip across a vast desert, you and a companion encounter a boulder. It is an airborne boulder, and it crushes your friend. He tells you, "Leave me, Beckon. Even were you to lift this boulder from off my battered body, I would be but half a colossi." What would the strong do? That would be most efficient. Still, I believe one should allow their friend the honor of a natural death. His final moments should be spent like he spent his life, fighting through the pain. Let us begin the debate. Prepare yourself. I look forward to your counter-arguments. Here is my true response.
An absolutely scintillating debate beckoned. Sisters didn't stand a chance. Are you ready for another? Find my disciple Zeno when you are. He wishes to challenge you. Speak to Zeno. He wishes to test his intellect against yours. My disciple, Zeno, wishes to speak with you. He would be more than happy to debate you. Study hard.
You are much smaller.
You are the beckoned? I wish to challenge you. Sister Synthace are worthy opponents. That you have debated them is impressive indeed. Especially for one so short. You are one of the greatest debaters I have ever seen, Beckoned. I hope I present a worthy challenge. My query for you is simple. What makes a war worth fighting? Very good. Any day that one is well enough to walk is a good day to wage war if an enemy presents itself. But does the act of war truly require reason? If strength comes from virtue, and it does, then those with the power to war have the moral right to do so. Let us have our own war, here, to decide who is right. Prepare yourself. Let us support our cause. I will demonstrate my arrest. Demonstrate my arrest.
Zeno's argument was hastily prepared drivel next to your well-constructed thesis. Fine, an older disciple, wishes to debate with you. Speak to Fine. She is my eldest disciple, very powerful and wise. A true challenge awaits you. Speak to Fine. She is eager to match her logic against yours. Study hard, Becca.
You've defeated many of Master Onisimos' students, Beckoned. I am the oldest, the most powerful. Prepare yourself to face the Master's most gifted student. Excellent. You've done well thus far, but I have another query to test you. Does might make right? You are proposing that strength will come to the just, as long as they are virtuous. That is baffling. How can one be virtuous if one is weak? And how can one be just without the strength to protect oneself, one's family? Let us debate, and I shall show you my view of the world. Prepare yourself. Let our discourse begin. Prepare for my conclusion.
Beckoned, welcome back. Have you been enjoying your debates? Indeed, you have defeated all of my students, Beckoned. The issue I pose to you is this, brought to my mind by your overwhelming strength. Can those with absolute power, such as yourself, have courage? If one enters battle with victory all but assured, can one also be called brave? I would never dream of it. You are the Beckoned. Shall we begin the debate? Prepare yourself. I will enjoy your counterpoints. Your merit will not save Your merit will not save you. You have my underlying gratitude for participating in our competitions. Please take this as a token of my appreciation. Word of your scintillating lectures is sure to bring attention to our school. Already there are more spectators in the Lycaeos than there have been in years. Your thoughts guard you well in combat. May this talisman offer you similar protection. Though we were all taught sound lessons, my students and I have never seen this many in the Lycaeos. Truly, you have helped us. Study hard, Becca.
You must be the Beacon. Your fate. I cannot think, but I have been I was wrong. It has been so long since my vision has proven false. In fact, I don't recall that ever happening. It is a relief. You cannot save us. Save yourself.
Yes?
You lecture like a seasoned veteran. That you are the Beacon grants me even greater confidence in you. Will you aid me? Enjoy the Lycaeos. I am here if you have any questions. I hope to see you again.
You have fought very well, Beckoned. I shall learn much from your style of argument. I wish you luck in your endeavors, Beckoned.
I've heard one of our scholars has been trying to study trolls. Has she taken leave of her senses? Be careful here.
The Jotun have committed too many trespasses against us. Their destruction is just.
When we came to this land, I thought it was a place of promise. But I was wrong.
Beckoned be so smooth.
You'd best watch yourself if you roam the wastes.
The Jotun were too dangerous to keep alive. I can sleep easier knowing they are dealt with.
I do not have anything for you. My apologies. may I've heard one of our scholars has been trying to study. Many greetings, stranger. Be careful here.
The Beckoned has even brought the light of the gods to these dark halls. What can I do? We've built a vast network of underground paths that any colossi can use. It truly is a marvel of modern architecture. There are just as many ways to get around under the surface as there are on the streets of Idilla. True to its design, the surface of the city shines like the sun, truly a sight worthy of even the gods. But these sewers below are no less an architectural feat. These tunnels are vast and connect all of the city together. The Jotuns seem to think we are adept at working with stone, since we look like stone. But I never quite trust their judgment. Masons such as I are needed to repair the damage done to the city when it was first ripped from the land below. But we have more strenuous tasks, such as listening to Pagus and his inane rat obsession. A gifted mason, to be sure, but he is very particular about things, especially cleanliness. When he first heard of the rats in our sewers, it was as though he declared a holy war. True, we have some manageable infestations, but Pagus treats the vermin like they are Niskaru's spawn. He was so vehement about their destruction that he was requested to take a reprieve from his work. A long reprieve. Mind your step.
You do so much for us, Beckoned. I would be remiss if you were to injure yourself down here. The city above is pristine, beautiful, but these tunnels have their charms as well. The city is a wonderful place, but these tunnels are quite necessary for everything to function as it should. Great magics keep the city aloft, and this can cause strain on the stone. These tunnels ensure that those energies are dispersed properly. Be well, my friend. If you are wounded, remember you can always return to the reinforcements above ground. Let us be quick about this. Keep close. There are worse things than marauders in these lower tunnels. They have lurked these walls for decades, raised along with the city years ago. Come. If Anakatos wishes us to retrieve this circlet, we will do it quickly. I wish to be done with this. They are colossi who succumb to the burden of this wilderness, letting it transform them into mindless brutes. They have the strength of our strongest, with none of the wisdom. Farewell. There. That is the artifact you seek. The circlet of Arcades. By taking it, Arcades' grave becomes an empty tomb. Let us depart. Anakatos has had his fun with me, and there is nothing left to plunder. It is nothing I can share with you, Beckoned. It is not worth your time. I always thought that were I to come to Arcades' crypt, it would be because of the work of gods alone. And here I am, by the will of none but Anakatos, flesh and blood. I cannot! I will not! Even after all these years, he has not forgotten his brand of viciousness. He knows I must obey his command. I apologize for my outbursts. However, It can be hard to let convictions go, but we must. We must. Take the circlet back to Anakatos. He is most likely waiting for you. Farewell.
Hold! Hold! What are you? You are... Oh, not! You're my size! My size! This can't be! I knew I shouldn't have eaten that lichen earlier. Cave slime never agrees with me. The living giants! They stay away from me. And it's for the best. Can't let them know I'm here. I've lived in these tunnels for years. There are plenty of hazards, but they only pose problems for strangers. I hold dominion over all you see here. I have been left to my devices, to rule as I see fit. I may seem harsh, but all my subjects will tell you I am fair. What? You mean you walk these halls and know nothing of their lord and holder? I am the king of this undersewer, protector of this whole expanse. Divine providence. Once I wandered the lands below, living in caverns, in a base attempt for subsistence. But then the earth was left below me, and I was raised into a city in the sky. Your mistake. If that's supposed to be groveling, then you need to brush up on your etiquette. But I suppose I can allow such insolence to be humored for this one time. I haven't had much in the way of company out here. Oh, you're welcome to some of the cave slime, if you're hungry. There's plenty for everyone. By my leave, I'm sure. Back again, I see. Well, I don't suppose I have anything better to do at the moment. Seems that Jeff has run away with all the scones again. I'll wager we'll have nothing but crumbs to sup on when he returns. The rascally imp is the closest thing one can find to a footman in these wilds. Of course, he's just as like to rob me as serve me. I'd wager he thinks he has the best of me. But I'm no fool! Press him back into my service, will you? Seems my footman, Jeff, has scurried off without permission and taken up quarters elsewhere in the sewers. He should be made to see the error in his judgment, but I will not presume to ask for help in this. Quite right you will. Jeff's around here, somewhere. The little scamp has no stomach for the realms upstairs. Just give him this. It's a charter of fealty he signed the day he joined my service. But if you do so, do it on your own time. I make no pretensions at ordering you around. Speak to me about Jeff when you've dealt with him. We are finished here. Oh? Well, persistent little gnat, aren't you? I haven't had this many run-ins with another since Renable absconded with my archives. Well, good to know Jeff got the message. Thank you for your help. Renable is a damned usurper, and I don't care what you've heard about him. This latest theft is just another attempt to discredit my rule. But this is too far. The key to my archives is the lowest blow. Only the key to my archives. Only the means to access the greatest treasures in my realm. Without them, my most precious of heirlooms are forever locked in a wooden hell. And for what? His rampant self-satisfaction? Whatever you wish. I am not inclined to ask for any favors. If this is your wish, then pursue it by your own will, not mine. That said, Renival is home in the darkest corners of my domain. Scampering coward! I'll wager you'd make short work of him. Be gone! So, I can say that I'm happy to have a bit of entertainment after all. Jeff can be such a bore. But I don't suppose you have anything to read, do you? A good, honest tome? You have it then? Renable has finally been brought to pay for his crimes? I thought I would toast this day, but it only tastes bitter. Have you ever had an enemy that was as close a friend? I remember the days when he and I were as brothers. But no more. Such is folly. Not just any old tome. I seek something from a far-off land. Something hilarious or depressing. Something foreign. I've no interest in the tomes of these giants. Yes, I'm aware that you've likely found some drivel written by the giants. Toss it all! I want a good old book, not some scrolls. By my leave, I'm sure. I have to say, on some days, even my wondrous hall feels rather dreary. Could do with a bit of literature to distract, if you have any. By my leave, I'm sure.
Ah, at last.
Beckoned! You've returned. The rats are diminished, though some yet remain. I should warn the city to stay vigilant against them.
Still, I ask that you take this as a token of my appreciation. Here is gold for your trouble. And take this amulet as well. It marks you as one of the city's illustrious sewer masons. Wear it with pride.
I have heard that you wreaked havoc in the Lycaeos during your debates. Just as I expected from the Beckoned, you have become truly feared in the academic circle. Still, I cannot believe how formidable you are, considering your stature.
If you have the inclination, I'd like you to take another trip into the sewers. There are always more rats to defeat.
Well done, Beckoned. The stowaway is no more. Please take this as a token of Idilla's gratitude. The troll has been dealt with, beastly thing. Though I cannot help but feel as though this city has lost an institution, in a way. It is rather annoying that as high as we are from the teeth, we can still fall prey to the mischief of sprites. They've squirreled away some items in their dens below the sewer. A brooch, an idol, and a mason's hammer. I have a bad feeling about this. The city regularly sends surveyors into the sewers, but normally with an escort. But the guard has been stretched thin of late. If you found a task you wish to take on from the petition board and complete it, I will recompense you for your trouble. Well done, Beckoned. It is unfortunate that our surveyor died, but thank you for returning her report. Please take this. Well done, Beckoned. Thank you for returning these items. Please take this as a token of Idilla's gratitude. Glad to know that the items were found without too much trouble. Thank you, Beckoned. Grim tidings. We shall be more careful with our surveys, I'm sure. But that's a cold comfort to the surveyor's family. Thank you for returning her report. Well done, Beckoned. The nest of primal sprites and their thralls has been removed. Please take this as a token of Idilla's gratitude. The little nits are taken care of, I take it. Good, then. Who needs them? Greetings, Beckoned. How goes the work you have taken on? As you might imagine, water is rather hard to obtain up here. But if the cisterns aren't drained, the foundations of the city will be much the worse for it. Any finding? Greetings. I hope you have had some success collecting the artifacts around the teeth of Naros. Good luck in your search.
You have come again. Is there anything else you require? Very well. I shall endeavor to reward you for your labors. Welcome to the Idylla Market, Beckoned. Can I interest you in a freshly honed weapon? I hope you enjoy our fair city. I can help repair your equipment.
A fine sage crafter there is.
Everything you need is here. In the market.
A fine sage craft. There is not.
I can help repair. Your equipment. Beckoned! Welcome, Beckoned. Any who explore the teeth of Naro, my potions cure all wounds. Can I take heed in these lands, Beckoned? The Jotun, watch your step up here in the concourse. It is a long way.
The finest. What type of implement are you looking for? I will be here if you need.
I can help. I shall endeavor to fix it. Farewell.
Everything. Welcome to the Idylla Market, Beckoned. I hope you enjoy our fair city.
Looking to restock? Ilan Doldran has what you need. Back again. Looking to restock? Ilan Doldran has what you need. Come back again.
Need to do any trade? I have some items for sale, or I come again.
Many welcome.
Always open for business when the road is your marketplace. Are you looking to buy items, or if you need another trade?
I hear you.
Watch your step.
You have come again. Is there a...
Blessings of peace. Keep the peace.
How may I serve?
Well done, Beckoned. The masons tell me the pressure in the cisterns has yielded. It seems we have you to thank yet again. Please take this in thanks. Well, I expect that someone in the teeth got a nasty shock if they were hit with the runoff from the cisterns. Thank you for your help.
You must be the one I've been hearing so much talk about. The one that has been beckoned by Athene. You are truly someone special. Special enough that perhaps you could help me with a task that has been of great concern to me. I am a loyal follower of Secandra and the Colossi Guard. If you walk safely in these lands, it is thanks to us, in part. The city is strong and beautiful. I hope it is the first of many other great Colossi works. We came to this land years ago, and yet we are still strangers here. We are strong, and we are loved by the gods, or so I am told. But I cannot shake this feeling that, despite our virtues, we are not strong enough for this land. This place is crawling with vicious beasts, beckoned, but more dangerous are the marauders. They were Colossi, but they gave up completely on the gods. They have reverted to barbarism now, and kill any they find. We have always known that in our darkest times, the gods would send the beckoned. Now that you are here, should I be worried? This small shrine acts as a conduit of the gods' power. It uses only small portions of this power, but if we could get it activated... I seek to restore this shrine, so that the patrols of the Teeth of Naros can take use of it. The shrine carries the blessings of the gods, relaying them to special litanies. However, the magics of the shrine have worn out. But it can be repaired. With 5 of these litanies, the magics of the shrine can be restored. The shrine is a conduit of the gods' blessings. From healing magics to invulnerability, much could be gained for the devoted. But the blessings of this shrine could be relayed to special litanies, so that the magics could be enjoyed from anywhere. The shrine has lost its magic, but it could be restored if we can bring 5 litanies back to it. Thank you, friend. I would search myself, but I would need to leave my post to do so. And I must keep the watch. 5. Yes, 5 litanies should hold enough magic to restore the altar to working condition. Gather them, and bring them here. They are scattered throughout the Teeth of Naros. I could not say their exact locations, but if you look hard enough, you will find them. Be careful on your travels.
Who wanders into my camp? What is this? You are far too small to be a Colossi. So it's true then. The beckoned has come. The heads of the city's inhabitants are as high in the clouds as the city itself, with their talk of religion and righteous gods. I much prefer to stay closer to the ground and stick to my roots. They act like they are above everything, but they are mud and dust, like everything else in this world. They just aren't decent enough to admit it. Yes, the Jotun have wronged us in the past, but I would think a people so focused on gods and faith would have shown a little mercy. Most find it completely inhospitable, but I find that it is not so difficult if you try a different sort of living. Yes, the plants are unpalatable, and the beasts cunning, but you can't expect nature to offer you wine and sweets if all you do is ask. I once tried to forge peace between the Jotun and the Colossi, but as I did, I became enamored of the simplicity they enjoy. I have taken to living in this old camp to try and enjoy it as I can. This is my home, but not for much longer. I moved out here to reconnect with my roots, you see, my heritage as a giant race. However, my time on my own has come to an end. I am ready to take the next step and go and live amongst the Jotun of the Teeth of Naros. There are only loose ends that need to be taken care of, but I have sworn off Idylla for all days I have left. Karunk was my chief concern with me trying to move in with the Jotun. Now that he is dead, It seems to be the perfect time to do this. The logical step is that I must live among the Jotun. Yes, I do. I have lived on my own in this abandoned Jotun camp long enough. Would you? I will reward you for your help. I will not be needing the coin where I am going. I want for my family ring, currently in the hands of my brother Heliodorus, and to see my journal delivered to my old comrade Darius. But perhaps most of all, I want you to find my wife, Corina. I would like you to bring her here to me. You must retrieve my family ring, deliver my journal, and speak with my wife. The ring is currently in the possession of my rather odious brother Heliodorus in Idylla. I doubt he will surrender it kindly. He hides it in the living quarters of Idylla. You can try liberating the ring yourself, or finding a way of dealing with my brother. Convince Corina to come down from the city and see me. If you could bring her here, then I can talk her into living with me and the Jotun. My journal needs to be delivered to my friend Darius. He is most likely camped out somewhere in the teeth of Naros. Be quick, Beckoned. I must get to the Jotun soon. There's not really enough space in this camp for two.
What is it?
Watch your step in the corridor.
Be careful here.
How goes the search for my Galatea? Any news of her yet? Yes. And how was it? Was it unharmed? That statue is my wife, Galatea, so to speak. In truth, my wife is dead, murdered by a monstrous troll named Kern years before. I carved that statue to remember her by. Every year on the anniversary of her death, I work on it more so that I'd never forget her face. But even that has been denied me. So the only solace I have left is knowing my wife's killer is dead. Find Kern, Beckoned, and bring his end for me. Please. My wife was killed by a troll down in the Warren. All I have left to remember her by is a statue I began carving for her down below. But as I am forbidden to leave the city, the only comfort I have is knowing the statue is still intact. Go back to the Warren and search for him there. That is where he ambushed my wife and me years before. Goodbye.
hear you.
I hope you find...
Greetings. You have slain Kern. I now have the peace of mind to know that my wife's murderer is no longer around to torment her grave. I cannot thank you enough. I have little of my own, but take these. The gauntlets I wore when I first started carving stone. May they serve you. I miss her every day, but there is some small comfort in knowing that her death has been avenged. On your way now.